Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. This is Passionate Pisces 333. I'm just going to do a quick reading. Do I know who I'm reading for? Not yet. I'm just going to ask the universe to go ahead and give me some type of understanding or message of who I should be reading for right now, and then I'll title it however I need to, okay? And these are my zodiac cards that I like to start with, just to kind of see what pops out. Anything pops out, otherwise I'll grab 2 cards. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we've got Neptune and Mars, which is interesting since they're in retrograde right now, I think. Yep. And then I have the Sagittarius card. So I'm dealing with fire sign. And let me see if I can get one more zodiac sign. Who is Sagittarius? I need an element or I need another sign. Need an element or another sign. Okay, another sign that popped is Gemini. Okay, so Sagittarius could be dealing with a Gemini, and this is going to be love reading because I do love to do love readings. So I'm going to use the romance cards as well, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for Sagittarius, 3 cards for Gemini, and then I'll get clarifications for the Mars and Neptune energies as well. And I believe Mars is still retrograde. Don't quote me on that. Always, do your own fact finding. But I just want to make sure that I just feel compelled to keep always giving these energy updates. So I'm Pisces Sun, and I'm also Pisces Venus. So I always love doing the love readings, okay? Okay, so we're going to do Sagittarius, and then we're going to do 3 for Gemini. Oh, goodness gracious. So Retreat jumped out for Sagittarius. Could have recently just went through hermit mode, probably taking some time to yourself. Could have been dealing with an earth sign. I see a lot of earth in the Retreat card, disconnecting from the world or needing to disconnect. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, 2 more cards jumped, and it was wedding and stay optimistic about your love life. Okay, so past, present, and challenges. Okay, so some of you guys possibly are wanting a union, or maybe in union, or just got into union with your divine, and maybe you're doubting or having questions about if this is the person for you to be with, and it's saying stay optimistic. Also, I see the number 9 in the Sagittarius card, 9, 9, and 9, also being very symbolic right now. So we're going to pull 3 cards for the Gemini. How's Gemini feel about the Sagittarius? Okay. How does Gemini feel about the Sagittarius? Let's see here. So no cards are popping, so I'm going to go ahead and pull. Okay, I'm going to pull this card here as chemistry. Okay. And then I'm going to pull calling in your soulmate. And 1 card for Gemini, feeling how Sagittarius, religious factors. Okay. So with that being said, it looks like the Sagittarius, retreat, wedding, and stay optimistic. And then for Gemini, I have chemistry, calling in your soulmate, and religious factors. So those would be the challenges, is staying optimistic and religious factors. And then your current situations are wedding and calling in your soulmate. So someone may already know that they're with their divine counterpart, or feeling as though they are. And it looks like the Gemini might be questioning that. This could be an air energy as well. And then with the Sagittarius, it could also be a fire energy. But again, since that card did pull, I'm going to kind of stick with that being a more powerful energy. But there is also the Leo and Aries possibilities, okay? And then we're going to get some clarification on the romance oracle cards and for the Neptune and Mars. Okay. So let's see here. Retreat. What is up with the retreat card for Sagittarius? What is the... Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, so, oh, goodness gracious. A lot of cards popping. I've got the Nine of Staffs and the Page of Cups. Nine of Staff popped first and then the Nine of Cups. And then for wedding, let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. Everything's popping out. Okay. I'm not going to take those. I'm going to keep going. Ooh, shucks. Oh, what was that? Something popped out of there. Ooh, the Hermit, the Tower, and the King of Swords for wedding. And then staying optimistic. What is about the staying optimistic for the Sagittarius? What is the staying optimistic about the Sagittarius? What is staying optimistic about the Sagittarius? Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay, so the Knight of Staffs came out in reverse. Alright, so the Knight of Staffs is retreating, needing to take some time out to recuperate, regenerate yourself. The Page of Cups is usually a surprise. You know, it's that that element of surprise because that fish is popping out of the cup. So it's kind of a pleasant surprise, but since it's in the reverse, it's kind of maybe, you know, something has already been revealed to you. And I feel like with this being a water sign and this cups, I feel like with the full moon that we just had, maybe some illusions have, you know, and some unknowns have finally surfaced. So I kind of feel like with the Page of Cups, normally that's a message, but I feel like that message has already been received. And with this Nine of Staffs, the retreat card and the Nine of Staffs, I kind of feel like someone's needing to retreat, rejuvenate themselves, rest. You know, you're almost done though. I feel like you're almost done. Maybe you're just going to be coming out of hermit mode. Okay. With the wedding card, you got, this is for Sagittarius, you got the King of Swords. So this is kind of an air energy, again, dealing with the Gemini, possibly this Gemini here. The Tower and the Hermit. So this is your current situation, or, you know, maybe this will be the current situation. The King of Swords energy could be January to February birthday. Maybe you're dealing with, again, another air sign, because it could be dealing with an Aquarius. So it could be dealing with the Sagittarius as well. So this is the wedding. This is the Tower. Something needs to happen. But the fact that the Tower is in the upright, I feel like with this wedding card, I don't know. Maybe there's something that needs to happen before you can get to this wedding. Maybe someone needs to do a move. Someone needs to break up. Maybe get rid of a third-party situation. Maybe kick somebody out of the house. You know, make room for a real union. And with this King of Swords energy, I kind of feel like it's this sharp thought, this true thought, this knowing that this needs to happen. And then with the Hermit mode, I kind of feel like this is possibly you still, Sagittarius, coming out of retreat mode. And since it's got fire energy as well, again, it could be, usually the Hermit is normally a Virgo, right? Completion. So the Tower moment needs to happen in order for completion, so that you can feel like you can come out of retreat mode and maybe feel like, you know, you have control of things again, because the sword energy is the mind and having balance and knowing what you want and moving towards it, and maybe just needing to have this Tower moment so that something can be complete. 9 is, you know, wishes fulfilled, you know, and then here's a 7. 7's usually like, can be good or bad with the Tower moment. And then again, with that King of Swords energy, could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Sagittarius. Yeah. Or Capricorn, excuse me. So Maybe you're breaking up with a Sagittarius. Maybe you're breaking up with someone so that you can move towards this wedding, okay? And then with the stay optimistic, you have the Knight of Staffs. So the Knight of Staff energy to me is usually moving towards and towards what you want and staying optimistic. But since it's in the reverse, I feel like you're not being optimistic about this union or someone in particular. You're having second thoughts. You're getting lost. You're unfocused. Also, with this being a night energy, I kind of feel like you could be dealing with a November 13th to December 11th birthday. So, what is that? It's November 13th. Was that Scorpio energy? So, or even a Sagittarius energy. So this could be you being lost and not knowing what you want, kind of getting confused. Maybe someone has entered your life and now you're not sure if that's the person for you. And I think with this Neptune energy here, just because these are kind of like the controlling factors, these are like the controlling planets that are really, I would check where your chart is for these two planets, Neptune and Mars. Mars is movement. Mars is like, let's get it done. It's always about movement, okay? But it's looking towards the Neptune, so it's illusions. And since we just came out of the full moon of Pisces, and Neptune was in retrograde, and now it's going direct, it's like there's still some illusion, there's still some unknown, and maybe that's causing fear in you, and maybe it's causing you to be confused and to not really know who your twin or who your soulmate or who your divine is. And this Mars energy is like it's heading somewhere, but it's like it could be heading in the wrong direction just because you're confused. And the Mars needs clarity, okay? So with this Neptune energy, I'm not really seeing a lot of sun signs in your cards here. So I feel like there's still some unknown that you're dealing with, especially with that Neptune. That's the illusions. And now that it's going direct, it's really going to be harder for you to get those answers unless you can use this Mars energy and write down what you really want and what you need to know and make it happen, so that you're not repeating cycles and you're not going the wrong direction or going, backwards, okay? Because they're both, see how both these cards are facing the same way? They're going towards the same direction. So, and they're, it's towards this Neptune energy. So I kind of feel like there's still some unknown and there's still some situations that you're trying to work through. And I believe within time, you'll definitely get some clarity once all the planets stop, or more of the planets are not in retrograde. I can't say that they're not going to ever be in retrograde, all of them, but Neptune and Mars seem to be like the controlling factors. So if you look up your natal chart, it'll tell you like certain things that with Neptune and Mars, what they're kind of, how they're affecting you and what house they're in, okay? And maybe check your 8th house and your 3rd house as well and see what kind of energy you're dealing with, because everyone is dealing with a little bit of something. A lot of purging is still going on, and a lot of the past is coming to cycle back around. See if you've learned that lesson, okay? Now for this Gemini, maybe you're dealing with a Gemini or an air energy. Oh, goodness gracious, everything wants to pop out. So I have the 10 of coins and the 4 of coins in chemistry. So lots of abundance, lots of money. I even see a union. I see wish fulfilled, completion with this 10 of coins and the 4 of coins. Is someone is sitting on some money. Someone's got some inheritance. Someone's got some abundance. I see a lot of abundance. I see someone maybe with your job, maybe and some children, maybe a family with someone as well. And these 10 and 4 equal 14, and 14 is another 5, so a change. So Gemini, could be bringing you some change. Oh, goodness gracious. And then I got the Hangman in a reverse for calling in your search soulmate. So I kind of feel like maybe the Gemini is waiting. Or actually the Hangman would be waiting. And then the reverse would be kind of coming out of the waiting. Okay, because you're in hermit mode over here. And they're kind of in hermit mode, but they're coming out of hermit mode. So maybe you've been waiting on the Gemini. Maybe the Gemini is the one that needs to like have this tower moment as well in order to come and to keep coming out of this tower moment. Okay, and then I also see a 3 as well in that card with like as well as the Neptune energy, and it has the same 2-1. It's because it's in the reverse. So maybe this Neptune energy has been affecting. And Neptune's about dreams and stuff too. Dreams and, you know, trying to manifest with illusions. And sometimes the dreamer. And the air energy definitely is part of the mind. Whereas the Sagittarius is more of the intentions and speaking. And putting, you know, speaking it into existence. And the air energy is more of thinking it. And fire is more of thinking and doing it, you know. So maybe you guys are kind of on the same page and you don't even know it. And maybe you both have not spoken to each other, you know. But this retreat card, because you're in retreat and they're in hangman mode. But I do see that there is chemistry and there is this vision of wanting to have a family with a dog and the kids and the money and having your cake and eating it too. I feel like this could be a great union between a Sagittarius and a Gemini particularly, because even the 9 and the 3 together equal 12, and that's still another 3. So it's like a great union because, you know, with the divine masculine and the feminine, when you are able to become one, you also oh look, 9 of coins popped, and I'm going to read that in the upright. So religious factors as well. Maybe with that 9 of coins, maybe there's also red in this picture, so maybe something kind of made you hold back. I don't think it's a real serious card about the religious factors. I just kind of feel like making sure you know each other's beliefs, and because the religious factors is in the challenge and staying optimistic, maybe someone's a little bit more enlightened than the other person right now, and maybe you're waiting on them to like, oh gosh, Wheel of Fortune jumped, like really jumped, okay? So you got the they got the Wheel of Fortune, and then you got the Tower moment. So I feel like there's going to be movement with time, and I feel like sometimes religious factors can also deal with faith and hope. So I feel like there's a lot of money, there's a lot of abundance on the Gemini, the air side, and I feel like there's, you know, there needs to be a completion. It needs to be a balance. So with one person bringing the money, someone needs to bring something else to the table. And staying optimistic about your love life and them having religious factors, I kind of feel like your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I feel like there's faith. I feel like there's a need to still have faith and believe in divine timing, because the Wheel of Fortune is going to happen. It's a major arcana card, and arcana really means secret or mystery. Okay, so it's a major secret or major mystery, and the major secret and the major mystery could be divine timing. And someone, maybe someone, because you're not optimistic and their religious factors, maybe they see what you don't see in this relationship. They kind of see what they know. There's chemistry. They want to speak to you, and they're putting in their hope and faith. And I feel like you kind of been on your own, but there is some type of union, which can also bring in chemistry, or you already visioned this. And then staying optimistic is having faith. So I feel like one person is more, maybe the divine feminine possibly is more awoke than the divine masculine. I'm just saying. And maybe with time, because time, divine timing is at work with this. And this is another completion. This is a cycle. This is something new beginning. And I just feel like it's the 10 card. It's everything, okay? And there's a 10 in coins. There's also the wish fulfilled, and then having that prophecy. The 4 is just kind of like the foundation, and it's like everything you need. But Gemini is making a movement towards this, and Sagittarius needs just to be optimistic about it. So again, checking where your Mars and your Neptune are in your chart, and how they're affecting you now that Neptune is coming out of retrograde. And this is also like the illusions, and kind of getting out in the sun and seeing the day for what it is, and then kind of thinking about things during the day. Maybe you're losing sleep over this situation, and maybe you need some rest, and you know, again, you're unfocused, and maybe you need to write your intentions down, fire sign, because you are the power of intentions. So I feel like writing this down, writing down what you want, what you don't want. I always call it the T-bar. And setting those intentions, set them on fire, get it going, you know, because again, this Gemini is coming out of the hangman mode, which is a very good movement, and there's a lot of money. I mean, geesh, what else could you ask for? So, all right, you guys, I hope this helps. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope this helps, though. Thank you.